Clara huddled into the back of her doghouse, trying to keep warm and out of the rain. It had been bearable over the summer months, but now the cold and damp seeped through the walls and the floor, and the roof wasn't up to much either. Not that her two legs cared. She was thrown the occasional scrap, but she could not remember the last time she'd been let inside the house, or fed properly. Probably when she was a pup. They loved her then. Her tummy growled its voice of disapproval. She wished she could do the same to them, but expected it wouldn't make anything better. If anything, it would make it worse. At least she was mostly shelter, and she had a plan, she muttered to herself. Miko dashed from the bushes, slipping inside the doghouse, shaking the rain off her fur. How did dogs put up with this? She couldn't stand the feeling of water on her pelt, and couldn't understand why her friends would do this involuntarily, and for fun. They really were breeds apart, she thought to herself as she was washing the rest of the water off her whiskers. Miko, what are you doing here on a night like this? I didn't expect to see you until daylight, or at least until the rain stopped. Cora was delighted to see her friend, and couldn't stop her tail from wagging. Miko automatically dropped into a hunting position at the sight of a moving object, but returned back to the subject on hand. This was just another one of their odd friendships. Most people wouldn't expect them to be as close as they were, but over the past coming months they had grown to be great friends and trusted each other completely. The brown she-cat spoke excited. I found it, Clara! I found the perfect place! Her eyes shone excited, and the tip of her tail twitched. Clara was on her feet immediately. Where? Is it far? Can we go now? The questions were coming thick and fast. This was what she'd been waiting for, the other part of her plan. She'd been working on her escape for several months now, and she knew the gap under the fence was big enough to fit through. Right now? Are you sure? Miko was worried for her friend, in case she changed her mind, but Clara gestured around them. It's cold and wet. They haven't fed me in a week, and last night when I tried to go inside, they threw an old shoe at me. I have nothing left here to stay for. As long as there's somewhere dry to curl up in, I'm better off there than I am here right now. Let's get going. It's the perfect time to go. With weather like this, the two legs won't want to chase after us. And they hate the water even more than you do. Miko had to agree. She had a point. Come on, let's get going then. And with that they disappeared off into the dark and the rain. Clara had no time to think, and followed as fast as she could, trying to keep her eyes on her friend as she squeezed under the fence and along the road. Miko was fast, and she was soon panting from the exertion of trying to keep up with her. Miko glanced this way and that, and then sniffed the air, and crossed the thunder path. They passed two brightly lit houses to one side. Clara took a longing look as the smell wafted past her nose. She wondered what life would be like if she had had a family like that, but this was not the time for wondering those thoughts. She was so engrossed in her daydreaming, she only just saw Miko as she took a sharp turn into the cemetery. She skidded, her feet coming out from underneath her. She landed in a crumpled pile on one side. She backtracked and entered the graveyard. It was quiet, and she looked around and saw Miko at the far side. She was pretty sure they would not be seen here. Miko let her catch up, making sure they would not be seen by prying eyes. Two legs had come here during the day, but never at night. She could cross to the far wall, and then Clara, to Clara's amazement, vanished completely from sight. As she drew closer, she realised that the wall had fallen down at some point, and the repairs and the tree had hidden the path, which was covered in moss and grass though it's still being used. Nearly there. Miko spoke in a whisper, more because the surroundings seemed to deserve it than she thought they would be heard. It's just through here. She ducked into a small space at the side of one of the Two Legs tombs that was old and obviously had been abandoned many years ago. Inside was empty and dry. Clara looked about, glad to be out of the awful weather. She noticed at one side there was a flight of stairs going down. This place was bigger than it looked. Miko laughed. Go on then, explore. Hopefully this will be our new home, if you like it. With that, Clara headed down the flight of stairs into the gloom, grateful for her night vision. At the bottom of the room, it opened out and she gasped in excitement. I thought you would like it. No idea why. I don't see the appeal myself. Miko watched Clara as she took it all in. A pool! A swimming pool! All for me! Oh, Miko, this is perfect! With no further thought, Clara leapt into the pool of water that had leaked from the roof, with Miko looking on bemused. It looks like they had found their forever home after all. Hello everyone and welcome to the Sims 3 Stray Challenge. And I'm in a wall. So welcome to a new series. I am sorry there hasn't been Warrior Cats out in a while. There was a massive plot twist the game threw at me, but we will be with Honey Clan for 3 more days and then we'll be dealing with that. And also, it's being annoying. My clans are just being annoying. I'm trying to record a ton of stuff with them. So I thought, hey, it wouldn't hurt to start another series that I could get out a little more frequently. So I'll only be doing the story bits, not every episode. It will be kind of for more plot twists. But let's introduce the pets we have. This is Clara, and I know their names are probably both spelt wrong. But this is Clara. She is a hunter, loyal, and she's not supposed to be friendly. That was the game. Hang on. Okay, yeah, sorry. She was supposed to love swimming, but I was playing around with the traits, just playing around with the traits and seeing what interactions you can get with them, and I forgot to switch her happy trait back to love swimming. So yeah, she loves swimming, she's a hunter, and she's loyal. Then Miko over here, and I know for a fact I spelt that wrong, is aggressive, skittish, but she is a hunter. Also, she is quite friendly, but I could not put that on there as you can only make give them 3 traits in Creator Sim. So Miko is Clara's very close friend, and yes, Clara is a border collie. As you should know if you watch my 101 border collie challenge, I am slightly obsessed over border collies. I wish in real life I could have one, but I do not have the time or energy to look after a border collie. But I do have 3 cats. I have 3 cats. My family altogether have 5 cats, but 3 of them are mine. So yeah, Miko and Clara. Clara's family were not exactly, they didn't exactly hate her, but their child came along and Clara was just being very boisterous around her. So they ended up like shutting her out in this little area out here. You can see the doghouse, and she was basically trapped in here for a very long time until she escaped. And they would kind of forget to feed her. She would occasionally be fed once a week, but most of the time she would go several weeks without food. She only had the rotting doghouse. Well, it's not rotting. The walls were supposed to be wood, but I forgot to change it. So the rotting doghouse, and the roof is all leaky, and it wasn't very pleasant to live in. So we are actually in the world that comes with the Pets expansion pack. I have never played in this world, and so I decided, why not? Let's try it. Also, it already has a load of pets in it. I have gone in and added a couple more and edited a couple. But we have pets living all around us. And then we have the graveyard over here. So this graveyard was inspired by something I saw a while back of a dog living under a tombstone. And this actually happened in real life. She was raising a litter of puppies under a tombstone. And so I thought, why do I not do a graveyard? But as we can't have dogs living in tiny dens that they make, I kind of had to come up with a solution, and my solution was a tomb. So down here is the tomb. We have little pet houses. I need to change these doors to stone, but we have little pet houses they can go in here. We also have a swimming pool. Now this is actually just a pool of water that has come in from the ceiling that is a little leaky. So I added this in for Clara. She can, Clara, because then she can swim in it and she can play around. Also, I'm not going to be controlling the family. I have autonomy turned on for them, but I'm not sure if I turned it on for pets. Nope. So I have autonomy turned on for the humans, and they basically have to take care of themselves, and I don't care if a portal shows up, okay? I'm not going to try and go to the future or anything. So they have to take care of themselves. And what's Miko doing? She's going to practice hunting. So already she has decided that she has to see if she can catch some prey. Now I know for a fact the dogs can actually eat the prey the cats catch, but that's not going to sustain an entire pack of dogs if only a couple of cats are hunting. So we are actually going to have to go and see if we can find food. And she is actually going to go jump in the pool because she really loves water. If there is a pool on the lot, she will jump in it and swim about and then get stuck because she isn't exactly the smartest. Can you just swim me around? She's like, I'm okay, you can get out of the pool. So she also wants to learn the hunting skill. So I did add 4 balls. These basically like in my Warrior Cat series where we kind of have a little training ground. And Clara's over here practicing her hunting with one of the pebbles. And then we have 2 moss balls. Now back here, originally there was a house here. And then my game glitched and it got rid of it. So I may put it back. I may not. This may just be another little area that the cats could kind of like... It could kind of be like a den. But then we have the graveyard that has a lot of tombstones in it, and we also have a little pet cemetery area over here that also has cats and dogs and horses tombstones in it. I probably will not be adding horses in unless I suddenly decide that, hey, why not? Plot twist, we're having a horse. But otherwise, I probably won't add the horses in. I know there's technically a rules for a Pacific Stray challenge, but I am not going to be doing that. I'm not even sure why I came over here. I was supposed to be going into... where Clara is. I'm not going to be doing that challenge. I may take some of the rules from it. I'm going to take some of my random generators from the... No, you can't play with her. From my Warrior Cat series. And Miko is landing on her head. That is so cute. Also, warning, I'm going to be taking a lot of photos. So, yeah. Play. No, play. Yeah, okay. So I'm going to be taking a lot of photos. We're just going to kind of see where the story takes us. And, oh, I did not mean to pause it. Why do I keep on pausing it? Also, I think I'm going to send Clara maybe out searching. Searching around, seeing what she can find. There is a house down here. I'm pretty sure this house doesn't have visitors. What is this? I think this is just a park. Yeah, there's a random human in it. Also, they do call them 2-legs because... I would have problems switching from 2-legs back to humans to humans to 2-legs. So it's just a neutral agreement to call them 2-legs. So Clara did... these trees! I need to turn move objects off and then reset all the trees because they're really annoying. So Clara, I'm going to actually take her... Oh, and now the floor's all wet. So I'm actually going to get her to go somewhere. Now, as Miko is kind of hunting around there, Clara could start sniffing around and seeing what she can find. And we do have these big fields full of hay mostly. And they do have dogs in them. There are dogs, and I think there are a couple of cats around here. So I may send her sniffing, just searching out. Also, she does have 1 level of the hunting skill, just because, or else I would have had to get the humans to train her, and that doesn't really make much sense because we are not interacting with the humans. The humans do not like her, so I have given her 1 level of the hunting skill. She doesn't know any tricks or anything like that. Miko, as she can practice hunting on these moss balls, I didn't give her any hunting skill, but she can find gems, and oops, hang on. Okay, so yeah. She has 1 level of the hunting skill, and she will... No, not jump in the pool again. She will be able to come... I'm going to actually send her to search for some gems. I'm going to do it 3 times. Maybe 4, just because then it's even. But this will kind of allow the game to take her where the game wants to as well. So the gems we do find, then... some point in the future we may be able to give them to the humans and see where the humans take them to see if we can get any of the money, so we can actually like buy pet food and stuff like that. So I'm afraid this world is a little laggy, but I can't really do anything about it. Also, this is the hole in the wall. It's kind of a mirage. From when you're standing like all the way back here, it kind of looks more like the wall's complete. Miko, no, you have not gained the hunting skill yet. And Clara is just running around and being adorable. So I've forgotten exactly what colouring this is. I think it's the red colouring. And if you actually look up red border collies, you will see some of them are very almost like golden. And that's what I based her off of. Also, I already have a load of border collie templates. Like I've made a lot of border collies in the past, like a lot. So okay, that's a bit scary. Is that a pig or is that a cat? I'm not too sure. That kind of looks a bit like a pig, a bit like a cat. So I'm just gonna hope that she's not thinking about being taken away by an eagle, and I'm actually gonna get her to search for prey the same amount of times Clara is actually hunting. So Miko and Clara are very close. They have the game. Okay, sorry. I just got a bit glitchy there. So they actually have bad relationships with all of the people, but they are very close. And where is Miko? So Miko is actually just out by the graveyard. She hasn't ventured too far yet. And I have actually added in a little pond area. We could go fishing over here, but it would be a little risky unless we unless we went in the night. But I've added a little pond area over here by out the back of the horse stable, and I've added lake fish spawners in here, and so the cats can come fish over here. She wants to be best friends with Miko and find a gem. Both of those she could do. And Miko is going to find a brightly coloured snake. I'm going to use the same random generators with that, and we probably will have to get some sort of medicine cat sort of cat that will know healing items and know how to heal. It could also be a dog. It depends. So if you want to leave it in the comments what sort of animal you would like to be able to heal them. And she didn't manage to catch it, but as we haven't got anyone to heal them, I'm not going to be rolling. We might also have to take them to the vets if that happens, and that wouldn't really be good. Okay. Oh, she wants to increase hunting skill, and she has actually found something in the pet cemetery that's kind of funny. You dig. You go dig. That's really cute. So she has managed to find a feather. They both found feathers. Maybe it was a bird that was buried there. I'm going to delete this now because it makes not much sense. Maybe a bird was buried there and she just found one of the feathers. So the gate is not the same colour. I meant to change it, but then I forgot. I was doing this when I was very tired, where I was building the lot. And this fountain over here is actually a swimming pool, so she could come and jump in the pool. I haven't actually tested if it works. but theoretically she could. What? Did you upgrade your skill? Oh, good girl. You're already at level 3. And she's got into a fight with a squirrel. Don't get bitten. That's also something I'm going to start doing in my Warrior Cat series. If they get bitten by specifically a squirrel, then there is a chance they could get an infected wound, because when cats get bitten by squirrels, they tend to get infected wounds, and it's really annoying. And so she's just searching around. So far she hasn't caught anything. She's mostly caught feathers. I can't speak today. My English is not being English. Also, this is the fall, funnily enough. What? So yeah, I have made it fall because it is supposed to be quite close to winter. It's only 7 days until it turns into winter. And I've done that because, because I wanted to, and also it would make it a little more dramatic. Not dramatic, interesting. I'm not sure why I said dramatic. My brain isn't really working today. So Clara actually just finished. Now we can kind of see if she's going to do anything, except jump in a pool. She is constantly trying to jump in a pool. I'm actually going to... Yeah, she wants to jump in a pool. I'm going to set her up here and see if there is any different gems up here. So you can actually search for gem over here and see if the height makes any difference. Also, I kind of want her heading in this direction. So she's just running over here. Oh, I do not like it. Okay, so she actually managed to, she failed to catch that. She's just catching feather after feather. There must be a lot of birds buried in the cemetery. You sniffing. Okay, so she can't actually get up there. Okay, my game had a little bit of a hiccup there, so now hopefully we will be all running fine and no more hiccups because it is really annoying. So, oh, she's actually going to go somewhere. I did tell her to go up the path, so that's good. And Miko, have you managed to catch anything else? No. She's mainly searching around this part of the cemetery, so that's interesting. We also need to find areas for them to sleep, because if we actually go down, we don't have anything but these little holes in the walls that would make a good nest. Like a nest and good hidey hole, but maybe not the best hidey hole. And their hunger will start going down, so where are you going, Miko? You're like running in circles around the graveyard. Are you seriously just going to run in circles around the graveyard? Do I need to reset you because you're just going to run in circles around the graveyard? I'm going to watch you for a little bit, and if you go around this corner, then I'm resetting you. Actually, no, the path goes around the corner. Okay, if you don't follow the path, then I'm resetting you. Okay, good. So she's on her way. She isn't actually following the path. She's taking the more fast route. That's good. So she's being adorable, and I want to take photos of her. That's so pretty. Oh, that's beautiful. That is beautiful. And nope, didn't mean to click that. You will have your photo taken with the leaves. I'm sorry, but I must have the photo. I must. Okay, that's really pretty. Clara. Huh? Oh no, I'm getting rid of that doll. Right. I am sorry, but I am refusing the doll. You are not having an imaginary friend. Clara is still running. I can't really get a good look. Okay, I'm just going to do this so I can get a better look at her and I'm not being blocked by the thingy. So she's just running and being adorable. And I absolutely love her. She is so pretty. Okay. Yeah, that's no one from the household. That was really confusing. It's because I have story progression turned on. And she is going to go... What? Freak out? Why are you freaking out over a bench? Well, apparently Miko is freaking out over a bench. Yeah. Okay, where are you going to go sleep? She's still running. Miko is... Miko? I just need to keep on checking that she's still running. Okay, Miko's looks like Miko's heading back into this part of the graveyard. So obviously she doesn't feel as safe out there as she does back here. And she's still running. You're going to go, I think she's going to go down into this area to sleep. And possibly into one of the dens, actually, now I think about it. Where are you? Oh, so this is actually the pet shop. Now, in no way do I actually support pet shops that sell actual animals. But I had way too much space for the lots. And one day we may actually be able to meet some of the animals that we could invite into our pack from here. So that is why I did it. In no way would I actually support a pet shop that sells, well, pets. Okay. Clara, I forgot her name for a second. You are peeing. That is perfectly fine, sweetheart. So, you can actually maybe come in. There is someone at the register, but he doesn't really look like he would pay much attention if the dog came in. How about coming back to this corner and kind of hiding from view? Oh, okay. Intriguing. Okay. I think he was kind of like, a dog. Okay. Ooh, so this, I know these are technically pet foods, but I'm going to say they are little, like, starter packs that you can go to the pet shop and buy. So, some of these are like little starter packs, and then some of them are usual food, and I forgot to change the colour, and I can't even remember if you can, but if you could, I was supposed to, but I can't remember. So yeah, you can chew. She was going to go chase a ball. Your portrait colour changed. You smell. Okay, that's good. So if she chews it, then, ooh, yeah. So she's now chewing it. She wants to guard the house, but I'm not going to allow her to. Maybe she wants to guard the graveyard. I think that's how I'm going to interpret it. So she is tearing into the food. And this is actually going to be how we are going to get food. Not by, like, by the cats catching us prey. But once we kind of once the cats can't catch enough prey to feed themselves and the dogs. So Cora is going to have to steal some of the pet food as well. And as this two-legger over here, two-leggers over here, we are not going to be able to stay here for much longer. It is starting to get dark, so I feel like it would be safer for her to be able to... Okay, that was a fire hydrant. Hydrant. Yeah. I was kind of confused. So I think she would... Oh, the two-leg got out again. I think we'll take that as a bit of a warning, and she will grab... I think she could probably carry 2 of these if she really wanted to. So she'll grab 2 of these and dash back down to the house. And I will be back. Ooh, hang on. Who are you? You are pretty. Okay. Okay, I'm going to follow you. Where do you live? So this is one of the dogs that lives around town, and we are actually going to follow him or her and see if, we can figure out where they live. And I'm so glad that that dog did not get hit by a car, because that will either kill them or do damage. In this one as well, she is going to drink from what? I'm going to cancel that, because if she drinks, then her hunger will go up. Where did the dog go? Oh, the dog's over here. So this dog, she wants to buy a pet bowl. She does actually get a pet bowl with the starter pack. So she will only have 1 starter pack, and that will include a... so she'll get 1 dog starter pack and 1 cat starter pack. That means she'll get a bed, a food bowl, some food, not much food, and I expect she'll probably kind of be confused about the litter box and leave it behind, because she's a dog and she is a collie, and collies are not exactly... They can be very intelligent And then they can also be the daftest thing on the planet. And I know from past experience, because my parents had a collie when I was little. And there is a deer. Very interesting. What? No, do not be fed a treat. Is this your house? You're going really far. Where are you going? Yeah, this is your house. Where are you exactly? Oh, that's really far from the pet shop. I'm impressed they got that way. So we are actually going to head back down, and I will be back in a second. So we can head back down here, and Okay, so basically I just added in a pet bed. 2 pet beds, and I'll probably change the leopard print to just orange, because that just bothers me. I added 2 food bowls down. This one is a custom food bowl. It's basically just a bowl, but you can actually fill it up if I grab one of the 2 legs. So you can fill it up. So I'm not sure what I'm going to do about the food, because I could just teleport the humans over to fill up the bowls and then teleport them away. And I don't think that would be a problem, because story-wise the 2 legs have never been here and will never be here. Well, unless the game decides that they'll randomly show up here. But if the I could get the infinite pet bowl and just use that and only let the dogs eat when we have the food. So leave it in the comments what you want us to do. And this episode's actually gone pretty well. Miko is curled up in her bed. She got 2 levels of her hunting skill. Clara got 3 levels of her, I guess kind of also hunting skill. Yeah, hunting skill. So they both have kind of started to settle into the life of a stray more. Also, I probably should have said this at the beginning. If you're wondering about Clara's collar, she never really had one. Her 2 legs couldn't be bothered to put on one. And then as she left, even if she did have one, it probably would have come off when she went under the fence. So yeah, Clara, I guess you can come curl up in your bed. And then I will probably end the episode. So I do hope that you have enjoyed this, and Clara, snuggle down. There we go. Or big yawny kitten. I'm not sure why I called her a kitten, but she is a big yawny kitten. I hope you have enjoyed this episode. Please hit the subscribe button and notification bell if you want to join us, and I hope you have a lovely day. Bye! Also, sorry the fact that Warrior Cats hasn't been out in a while. I'm working really hard on it.